Mhm. Hey, everyone, we are ready to begin.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah,
Are we
here's the
live?
intro. Yeah, here's the intro. Oh,
Hello, and welcome again. We are back again.
back again.
We
Yeah,
are back again, aren't we, Phil?
yeah,
Did
yeah,
you have a
we
good
are.
day today?
Oh, yes. Had
Yes.
good workout this morning. Yeah,
Oh,
exercise.
good workout. Nice. I need to do more of those. One time I was so good. I started working out. I started,
Uh-huh.
improving on my fitness but
Uh,
just recently I've just been a bit
don't
lazy.
worry, I will get you back
Right, fantastic. 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 Okay,
there.
Phil, are you ready for some activation?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You
Oh
sure?
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're
Oh
about to
yeah.
activate some things.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what on earth has been going on with Gman lately.
No.
Most of his streams usually starts with him. Someone's activating something.
Hmm.
I don't understand what's being activated and why they're activating things. But well, I decided let's activate some things that has happened in the past. Right?
Uh,
Okay, 1 second. I think I need to turn a couple of things up. 1 second. Give me 1 sec.
yeah.
Let me sort this out quickly. Right, I think that would work better. Yeah, that's better.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's better. Okay. Hey, Dean Krieger says my fridge gets in the way of my
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
the fridge.
That
The
that
fridge
is
gets in the way of the workouts.
the fridge, yeah. His fridge.
I
But
like that.
the fridge you just thought some fruit some
Some fruit.
healthy snacks in
Phil.
there and you don't
Phil,
have
not
to worry
everyone is
about
like
it.
you. Not everyone is as disciplined as you are. Not everyone is
uh,
as disciplined
maybe
as you
sometimes
are.
you might splurge a little, but at least
Okay, we'll do better. We'll do better. That's what we need to do.
uh,
Okay.
Steve was
Uh
first.
of course.
Uh,
Respect.
I told Steve I was
Respect.
here first. Sorry.
Oh, you were here first. As yes,
I
okay.
just I just being naughty.
Okay, right. So Phil, do you know
Uh-huh.
anything at all about G-Man um supporting Shani and Rev, and you know
Yeah.
all
Oh
of that?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you
He
know
was
about
looking
that?
out for them. He was what the host that he got from them. He
Hmm.
had them staying at, and he was providing food
Yeah.
for them, money for food. And,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And apparently Shani, of course, was getting fatter, right? Thinner, and the children not getting any fatter. So that will indicate where the food was going,
Mm-hmm.
to whom mainly, right? So yeah, and then with the falling out, they're falling out. Then I think he got rid of them from, or ejected them from.
So he got rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um. Right. Once upon a time, G-Man was simping really hard for Shani and Rev. He really was giving all the excuses in
This
this
is
world,
oh yeah.
right?
Mm.
But before we do anything, I want to bring us to the present day. What's happening right now, right? What exactly Gman has been getting up to now. Then I will take you back to before the days of simping, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope everyone's doing okay. Ian Davenport, I see your first, Steve. Ian, unfortunately, I don't think you can take that spot from Steve. He
Nope.
gets in there before you
For you,
all
yeah,
the
all the
time.
time.
Story time with Esther. Let me grab my popcorn. This for this one, you definitely need to grab your popcorn. Okay, so
Ooh, get the popcorn. There's my popcorn.
let's see here. So
1.25.
this is what's happening in this present day, right?
Mm-hmm. A month
G
ago,
Man,
right?
G Man has got to the point now where he has simped and simped and simped so hard that all his lies, while he was simping for these racist, child neglect,
Mm-hmm.
abusing friends of his, he would he would turn his camera on and tell lies. But his lies were so obvious, but just didn't think that I think he thought people were stupid when you're listening to him. And you know that some of the things he's saying do not make sense at all, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
today he is now the same one going in on he has done a 360 Phil.
Whoa.
He was
Another
supporting
360.
he was supporting these people because they were his Christian brother and sister. But now I don't know what's happened with this Christianity now. They've been Christianity and now he is on the war path.
Oh
He is
boy.
now exposing everything. So all that
Mm.
G-Man for 1 year, 2 years
Ooh.
tried to cover up, tried to
Mm-hmm.
hide, tried to this guy
Yep.
did everything. He would
Everything.
even
Yep.
tell Shani and Rev, do not say anything. We're trying to put up appearances, right? We're trying
Mm-hmm.
to lie to the atheists that everything's okay around here. So he would say to them, do not say anything. And those ones, they would always give something away. And those ones would say, oh, G Man said we shouldn't say this. G Man said, guess
Oh
who is
boy.
now doing the talking? G Man is the one revealing every single
Everything.
thing
Mm-hmm.
himself.
Yep.
You 1 year, you covered this whole thing up. And now you're the one
That's
exposing
what's
every
in
I don't know how people do this kind of thing. I really
it.
don't know.
Mm-mm.
How do you go from, okay, I need to protect my Christian brother and sister and cover up all their sins, cover up if
Hmm.
it means lying, right? Lie till the very end. And then turn around and undo everything all the lies that you told. Now
Yeah.
you're the same one. I feel, I don't know. I think the Holy Spirit must be missing here. Jesus is missing. God is missing.
But as the Holy Spirit, God, the Father, the
Hey,
Son,
Natalie
it
Sparkle.
was always a comedy of errors. So, do we expect better, G-Man? Not necessarily. I think the God
No.
that claims he serves is a full comedy of errors. I don't think he
Mm-mm-mm.
get any better. So,
Okay, so let's have a look.
I got a lot of this. I got this on Facebook. I got this on this. I got this on probably all three of my phones. On the other phone that I got at my place, there's a lot of this where she goes off, and then she does call me the N-word a couple of times, and then Rev has to contact me and then say to me that oh, Shanny, I told Shanny she shouldn't have said that, and they said that when they were living here.
So you're
when
paying,
they were living here.
so you're supplying them with food and money, and they're just calling you all kinds of n words and this, that, and the other. That's some
Anytime they
boldness.
don't get their way, when they get their way, brother, we love you. I love you in the Lord Jesus Christ. And the Lord gave you $1 million. We love you. When everything is all hunky dory, lovey dovey. But when we got
Oh
a disagreement, I'm
gosh.
all kind of ends and all kind of things like that and whatnot. And like I said, I'm glad I'm free now because I ain't got to put up with that nonsense no more.
Yeah, that's just. I will say this, Gman. You have a lot more patience than me. You have a whole. I would have kicked your big ass out in a heartbeat because that's a big no go. But you know what? Hey, you.
Phil.
Mm-hmm.
So the gentleman next to Gman,
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, was his mortal enemy.
Yeah.
Gman has threatened to go shoot this man here. Phil, you laugh.
Oh gosh.
No, seriously.
Uh,
You want me to pull out the video where G-Man
yeah. He
says he's
threatened.
going to go and get a revolver,
Yeah.
make his way to Texas,
Mm.
and go shoot this man here
Oh goodness.
because of the friend who he's talking about now here.
Mm-hmm.
But now he has done an about face.
It's a 360.
His mortal enemy has become his. Well, they're not best friends,
My
but
fast friend.
look at
But
this. The same man you threatened to go kill. Look at you. I don't know.
Murder.
And now those two, all that time G-Man was simping for them. For G-Man was simping
Mm-hmm.
for those two. They were busy being racist to him.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
hear him? Calling him the N-word while he was feeding them,
Hmm.
while he was taking care of them.
Mm-mm.
And G-Man kept on feeding people who have been
Being abusive.
to you.
Mm-hmm.
So what
Oh
happened
my
if
gosh.
you're going to ignore everything? Why stop? Why stop? Just
Mm-hmm.
carry on.
Oh boy.
Had enough. But there have been some weirdness.
Hey,
And
Big
we've got 2
Zipra.
more minutes of this live show, and then we're going to switch over to sort of the after show for channel members. But you've been wanting to show this, what I call it a death note. So Rev wrote something down, and you have it here, actually. Let me blow you up so people can see it, because you referenced this last time. Let me remove myself.
Yes, it's right there.
So what? Okay.
And I'll read it
Yeah,
if
go
you
ahead
want
and read
after.
it, because people
But
can't really
okay,
read
so
it.
it says Satanist, rapist, psychopath, Dragnet the bully, Alfred Mims, Houston, Texas. Lord Jesus, avenge the afflicted. And this is in Rev's writing.
So when did he write that?
I have no idea.
These
I
are
just saw
these
it. And
are
I was like,
Christians, huh?
and then he
Yeah.
and then he was like, and then he went upstairs. Literally, that's what happened.
Wait, what did
So-
you see? I'm sorry. You got to do
He
that again.
went- and then he went upstairs. You know what I mean? So
He gave you a goofy laugh and then just ran
Yep.
upstairs?
I'm gonna show you where it was. I'm gonna show you right now where it was. Hold on. I'll show you exactly where this was sitting when I found it. So that Shading and Rev can't lie.
I can't
Hold on.
believe he wrote a death note.
It was sitting right here. We were sitting here with a bunch of other notebooks and stuff. It was sitting right up here. That's the bummer about what happens when you give somebody something and everything in that place is theirs. Because then I can do whatever I want with what's in here. That's the
Does G-Man realize how this makes him come across?
Yeah. I don't think he's don't realize that.
All this, what G-Man is revealing, he's known for a while.
Yeah.
But he was
He's
lying through his
complicit.
teeth.
Complicit.
And now look at him,
Yeah.
telling you exactly where they were sitting
Certain.
when
Yeah.
they were
And what they
planning,
did actually. Yes.
when they were busy being, I don't know what they were concocting. I don't know
Nasty.
what they were. Phil, you realize what's
Trying
written
to
in
be
that note,
nasty.
right? You realize what's in that note? That's Rev writing about Dragnet.
Mm-hmm.
Phil, these three people, these three Christians had a strong look. The vendetta was strong against Dragnet. They
Mm-hmm.
wanted to see the downfall, just something. They wanted.
Yeah.
Now you're coming to tell Dragnot. Dragnot, there's a note. It's been reaching about you. It says this and this and this. And look where he was
He
sitting
was
when
sitting.
he Phil, is it me? Is it me or what? Is it my
No,
is it that is there something wrong with me?
no, nothing wrong
Or
with
this is not
you.
computing. This is just
It's it's just crazy, and that is G-Man for you. That's
Phil
G-Man for
Phil, you know
you.
G-Man. G-Man came on the live stream and threatened to kill someone
Yeah.
who he considers a minor. Right?
Mm.
This lady, he
Mhm. Oh
considers
yeah.
her to be a minor.
Yeah.
But he came on here and threatened to kill her. Right?
Mhm.
The very next day, he went to the police station with the video of himself
Same. Mhm.
threatening to kill that person, to go and
Stupid.
complain about that person.
Stupid.
Huh? Who
Stupid. Oh
does
boy.
he realize if those police officers had their heads screwed on,
Yep.
that's
He could have been
what he
charged
did
for
was
threatening someone.
exactly your
Oh boy.
what he did could be considered a crime.
The crime. Yeah.
If that lady decided to take it up,
Yeah.
that was an active, it was a live, it was active. We
Mhm.
all heard it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Jesus and the Holy Spirit were missing that day.
Innocent. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They probably were doing some
Summertime.
voyeur.
Sorry?
They probably were doing some voyeur at the time.
Busy hovering. They were busy hovering. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Mm.
I was not expecting that at all. That's a new one for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
That's the
Okay.
bummer. Yeah.
That's
So
oh my good. So okay, let's tackle sort of one more thing. You have strongly, and I mean strongly, alluded to the fact that Shani is abusive, and I think that all of us here agree based on her track record.
let me tell you about that. Let me tell you about that. You
Okay,
know,
Phil,
as a matter
listen,
of fact, we can
listen
get
to
that all
this
together when
now.
we were supposed to talk about the time that me and Rev had our discussions
Yeah.
about the male bonding and whatnot. Shanny, I hope you're watching, Shanny. I hope you're watching. Yeah, and you
Yes.
know what, Rev? If I were you, I would start doing this because that's what you're gonna need to do to him.
Phil, you know, he's sitting there
Yeah.
and it's like golding these people. He's
Yeah.
I hope you're listening.
And
I hope you're
yeah, you gotta listen to your
right, Phil.
carefully.
What do you call that when someone's so you're trying to reveal these
Luring
people's
in.
secrets, luring them, like just ah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, he's trying to say,
Learn
look, I know everything because
everything
I was
about
there.
you.
I
Yeah.
helped to cover this all up. Forget Christ now.
Yeah.
Forget Jesus, forget God, forget the
Mm-hmm.
Bible, forget all of that. You see now
Hmm.
I'm exposing and nothing or no one is going
Yeah.
to come in my way. Even at this point, even God himself cannot stop G-Man.
You know. Ah, oh my goodness. And he used to be pulling down, trying to pull down and Dragnet and proclaiming that Dragnet. And then we talking about
Mm-mm-mm.
lying and whatever. No, the truth is exposed. Oh,
It
gosh.
is. And the truth is exposed by himself.
Himself.
Not
But
that
he's
someone
making
else,
himself look silly and
of
being
course, he is.
complicit.
Of course, he is. And people mustn't forget that this man, he knew that there was abuse going on.
Mm-hmm.
He knew there was neglect. They tried to tell him, but he said the
Mm-mm.
atheist lied. He,
Oh
mm-mm,
boy.
this guy. I don't think the guy is 100%. up
all
there.
there. Nope.
Mm-mm.
First of all, Rev's not the only person that's ever attacked those kids. Shanny did too. In Boulder, Colorado, she body slammed one of them.
Wait.
What?
Rev
Wait.
told me.
Wait, let me slow that down so you can hear that.
She body slammed one of
Have you
them.
seen the size of that woman?
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Hi, His Holiness
Strongly,
and
and I
Big
mean
Zebra.
strongly alluded to the fact that Shani is abusive, and I think that all of us here agree based on her track record.
Oh, let me tell you about that. You know, as a matter of fact, we skipped that altogether when we were supposed to talk about the time that me and Rev had our discussions about you know the male bonding and whatnot. Shanny, I hope you're watching, Shanny. I hope you're watching. Yeah, and you know what, Rev? If I were you, I would start doing this because that's what you're going to need to do to him. First of all, Rev's not the only person that's ever attacked those kids. Shanny did too. In Boulder, Colorado, she body slammed one of them.
Wait.
Rev told me in the Durango when we was going to go buy food, when we were doing male bonding, that Shanny body slammed one of the boys in Boulder, Colorado. It ain't just no Rev. Shanny does it too.
Shani body slam.
And I've been carrying that one for a while. I've known about this for long before CPS ever took him. I would say for about maybe 2 months before CPS.
Phil, did you hear that?
Whoa. Yeah.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
He has known about it for how long?
2 months before CPS.
I'm sure it was more. It must have been longer
Longer.
because the time that they lived in Colorado was, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know the dates. But Gman knew all this. He knew that there was abuse going on from both the mother and the stepfather to those two youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not sitting here saying I'm not blaming G-Man for the abuse,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But the next video we will watch, you will find out that there's a reason why G-Man couldn't really do anything or say anything. G-Man, because of his religious beliefs, believes in disciplining kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think G-Man in his head was thinking that
Right.
that was discipline. This is all problematic in my opinion because
Yeah.
when your Christian values, because of your Christianity,
Mm-hmm.
you choose to not do something when children are being abused, then Phil, what do you say then? If your Christianity prevents you from doing something, then what do you say about that religion and that belief of
Not
that person?
nice, not good. It's an abusive religion, so the religion Christianity is carrot and stick policy, carrot and stick. So it's not it is abusive religion. It's abusive relationship. So you're gonna see that as wrong or disciplining the child.
Well, the Bible also talks about sparing, not to
Spare
spare
not
the
the
rod
rod, Proverbs,
and spoil the child.
and spoil the child.
So even the
As
Bible.
at one time, I was a fundamentalist. I used to believe that, and I realized no, it's more. It's actually fear tactic. Oh gosh.
Okay.
CPS finally took him.
That's
the only
pretty
reason I didn't say anything because Rev didn't do what he did. After Rev did what he did, you know what I mean? I started like taking pictures.
So G-Man is saying the only reason why he didn't do anything about the child abuse and the child neglect was Rev hadn't beaten up the autistic 12-year-old child yet.
Yeah, so you wait for him to beat it, the autistic 12-year-old child.
So what he's saying here is that the reason why he didn't do anything was because Rev hadn't done what he did. And what did Rev do? Rev beat up a 12-year-old autistic child who was fast asleep in his bed. He just went there, got angry, and just started to beat that child.
Oh gosh.
Kick him in the head, kick him in the stomach. And even then, Gman didn't do anything. He still didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Until CPS finally came and took those kids away. Gman seemed till the very last minute. The only reason why Gman is sitting here now revealing all these is because Shani said something he wasn't happy about.
Yeah.
That's all.
Revenge.
So all of this is revenge.
Yeah.
Mm, mm, mm.
That's so yeah.
Started like paying a lot more attention to what was going on, regarding them and their kids. And that's why I took offense when people were saying that G-Man's, he's condoning the children going. But no, the heck I'm not. I'm the one clothing them. I'm the one feeding them. Oh, it's another little secret. Okay? And this is going to make Shandy mad.
G-Man, the fact that you're clothing and feeding someone else's kids who are living in a condemned house.
Yeah.
Phil, don't you see there's something wrong with this?
There's something seriously wrong.
So the people you're supporting, the people you're going so hard for can't feed those kids. Yeah. You have to feed them. And on top of that, you have to clothe them. And I just can't. I don't know.
It's so wrong on many levels.
And this is why I feel that whatever God these people worship cannot exist.
Correct.
Because that God watches all of this happen and just
sit back and
let those children be neglected.
Then in the gospel of which one? I can't remember which gospel it was, where Jesus says, "Suffer the little children to come unto me, for such is the children is the kingdom of God." Blah blah blah. And then children getting abused and whatever, and sitting back and watching. Really? There's a lie.
Fear.
Jesus Christ is a myth.
Indeed, a myth.
And Shanny's probably going to get on here and rage to death about this. Her youngest son, and I'm pretty sure CPS knows this. I don't know why. Maybe it's a religious practice or whatever. But her youngest one,
you don't have to say his name. It's fine. It's fine. You don't say his name. We know who it is.
Yeah, the youngest one. He never wore underwear.
What?
He never wore underwear. He wore pants, but there was never no underwear underneath his pants.
This is a 12-year-old.
He would never wear underwear.
This is a 12-year-old.
I know grown men do that. They call it going commando, but I saw.
Well, the problem is that there's been several times where I said, "Do you want me to go buy them some underwear?" No, he doesn't wear underwear. Just get them some jeans and a shirt. You know what I mean? And it was so cold in here. I got them like 15 hats, and I am not exaggerating. I bought them a lot of hats. I bought the boys some coats. I bought them some jeans, some shirts. You know what I mean? I bought Rev some clothes. Shanny's a little bit more difficult because Shanny, I got her a big hoodie. I bought her like a 5 or a 7X.
The fact that you could find any clothes for that woman amazes me.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to find something for her size, but I did find something. I bought her the sweater. I don't know if I told you this, but I bought her some booty shorts. I bought her some
those booty shorts must have been as big as.
Whoa.
Yep.
What have I done?
And I can't prove it today.
Those booty shorts, I bet they must have been as big as a tent.
Oh, you know.
I know I've got a big ass myself, but my goodness, I'm sure mine is not that.
No, it's not that. No.
But and even I feel do not wear booty shorts. No, I don't, because
maybe you should start wearing booty shorts.
Why? Why, Phil? Why would I?
I don't know.
Why would I need to do that?
Shani wearing them, I guess you could.
Okay, Phil. Let me.
They're better than Shani. and
let
let
me
their better
confess,
light
let me
shine.
confess something, right? So when I
Yes.
was a Christian, you had to be modest with your
Oh
dressing,
yeah, you know.
right? You had
Mm,
to be modest.
what they call modest.
Even as an atheist,
You
I'm
still
still
have.
I
Mm,
can't wear those kind of things outside. I just
Oh,
can't do it.
outside. Oh, outside. Oh,
I mean, in the house, yeah, why not? But
okay.
outside the
Yeah.
house, I
Oh, okay.
I'm just so
Outside,
conscious.
yeah, it's conscious of.
Feel
I know. I understand what you mean. I
for okay,
understand.
I was 40 years old when I became an atheist, right?
Right. No, but
So
I
for 40
understand.
years, you've lived a
Yeah.
certain life,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I had
Yeah.
my church clothes, my church outfit, my
No.
my Sunday best.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those are the
Yeah.
sort of things. And then on a day to day, you make sure everything's covered up. How do I go from that
Mm-hmm.
to now wearing booty shorts and
You go gradually.
gradually?
Listen, when I was really
Hey,
fundamentalist,
Robin.
at one point I was even felt guilty of
Mm-hmm.
wearing shorts. And wearing shorts even like to the sea or taking off my top, wearing yeah, wearing shorts. So I felt guilty
You feel
and
guilty
yeah,
for wearing
because
shorts.
they were saying you're saying, oh, the women shouldn't wear these shorts, like thing, and place man, but I was saying, but it should go
Uh,
for both ways.
yeah.
So, but I know I'm more comfortable. Like, well, not necessarily walk, say naked, but my I can go outside without a shirt, at least in shorts,
Okay.
without wearing. I mean, I know some person would say, "Oh, put on a shirt, put on a shirt." I say, "Ooh, but I was like, yeah, so." And if I'm walking around the house naked, the windows open, so what? There, nobody's supposed to be passing on our property to
You're
or
walking
looking
around the
into your
house
window
naked.
at some
Anyways,
point.
you can
Not all
afford
the
to.
time.
I can't do that. I
I
can't
know you can't
walk
do
around
that
my home
because
naked.
yeah, I know I understand, and I
Yeah,
wouldn't do that
because I
around.
don't live alone.
Right, you don't live alone. I know, I understand that.
I don't want to frighten my boys. Can you imagine
Oh my
one of them
goodness.
coming down and seeing their mom, no. Okay, Phil, let's hear the rest of this.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But if I get time and I go through these enough, I'm gonna prove that Shani was flirting with me via text message. Because
Oh,
it
I
wasn't
believe
just
you.
what she was doing on video. She was flirting me on text message too. And I'm gonna
Okay.
show her.
Right.
Oh,
So
wait a minute. I can
So
prove it.
yeah,
I can't.
okay. So
she
Phil,
was making moves on him. Yeah,
oh yeah, she's made that clear.
yeah.
She's always wanted some of the dark chocolate.
The
Yeah.
dark chocolate.
So you heard G-Man. This is recent, right? This is
Mm.
G-Man revealing that there was abuse going on. So we're going to go back in time to go watch G-Man just a month ago, not long ago, 1 month ago. G-Man simping really hard for these people. Just one
Yeah.
second. Let me do this.
Logan Fisher says when they walk around naked, I get weird looks from my housemate.
1 second.
Yes. I will come back and says maybe Shani likes Gman.
Hey, Uncle Beck.
I'll come back.
Not G-Man. Yes, G-Man.
Ah,
I know he's not everyone's cup of tea, but hey.
ah. Oh my gosh.
Right. So here we go. So this stream is titled Shani did not neglect the boys a
Oh
month ago.
yeah.
Now, you heard that video.
Mm-hmm.
G-Man saying he knew about some of the things that were being told to him. He knew already. And it was even worse than people thought. Shani had body slammed one of the.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm. Let me see. 1.5. Is that going to work?
Yeah.
Let me just come over here real quick here. Today I'm going to talk about something very briefly concerning
No. That's a bit too fast.
Mm.
Okay, here we go.
Now, I did have an opportunity to go on Twitch and listen to about 45 seconds or to a minute of what Shady for Christ had to say regarding her and her boys. I've been reading a lot of the comment sections. I've been looking at some of these videos that I clearly have not been paying attention to, and some of the things that's being said. Let's get something straight here. Now, Andrew, I'm not a reaction atheist. I'm a Christian who has spent a significant amount of time around Shady for Christ and Revelation News. I know what the pros are with them, and I know what the cons are with them. I know what they struggle with, and I see what they do well concerning those boys. So there's a couple little things that I want to say concerning specifically the reaction atheist community and just this whole generation in general. Okay, I was not born in. I'm not one of you 2000 kids out here. These year 2000 people out here, where you people don't have much of an upbringing. You probably didn't have a mommy and a daddy growing up. You guys probably are so sensitive that if somebody do this to you, like ow, 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 or whatever. So I'm not one of you. Okay. I grew up in the school of hard knocks. I know what it's like to be poor. I know what it's like not to have anything. So I'm speaking from experience. I'm not speaking as a stuck-up person who went to school and believed that I accomplished everything that there is to accomplish. I believe that by the time you're 16 years old, you should have job experience. You should know a thing or two about the topic. I don't get something to brag about. You know what I mean? With that being said, I believe that Shani for Christ, I'll start with her first, did not neglect her children. What a lot of people have to understand regarding Shani is that she was in 2 marriages before she got involved with Rev, and Shani didn't have a lot of money with those other relationships. You know what I mean? And then she got with Rev. This is the first time having actual money. She bragged a little bit, but that has nothing to do with her kids whatsoever. From what I can say, what I observed, because I wasn't there in Colorado, so I can't tell you what was going on in Colorado. That's something I'm not going to talk about because I just don't know.
So, guys, you see how Gman is contradicting himself. This video, what you're watching, was from a month ago. The previous video, Gman said he had known for 2 months prior to those kids being taken away that Shani and the boyfriend had been physically abusing those kids. He sits here and says, oh, I don't know what happened in Colorado. But on the other video, you said when you and Rev were having your male bonding sessions, Rev told you that he's not the only one who abuses those kids. Shani does too. And Shani body slammed one of those children, one of those boys. Look at the size of Shani and look at I never really saw those kids. But those kids were malnourished. Their mom was getting bigger and wider. And the kids had to be taken away because they were failing to thrive. And this man sits here and lies. Lies to the camera. Phil,
Yeah.
did you hear that just now?
No.
Let me take you back. Listen to this guy. Listen to this guy. Just listen to him.
Okay. So I'm speaking from experience. I'm not speaking as a stuck-up person who went to school and believed that I accomplished everything that there is to accomplish. I believe that by the time you're 16 years old, you should have job experience. You should know a thing or two about the topic. I don't get something to brag about. You know what I mean? With that being said, I believe that Shani for Christ, I'll start with her first, did not neglect her children. What a lot of people have to understand regarding Shani is that she was in 2 marriages before she got involved with Rev, and Shani didn't have a lot of money with those other relationships. You know what I mean? And then she got with Rev. This is the first time having actual money. She bragged a little bit, but that has nothing to do with her kids whatsoever. From what I can say, what I observed, because I wasn't there in Colorado, so I can't tell you what was going on in Colorado. That's something I'm not going to talk about because I just don't know. I just don't know.
Phil, the man just said he doesn't know what happened in Colorado, right? The other video, he just said that Rev told him what was going on where? In Colorado.
In Colorado.
When he and Rev were having their male bonding
Mm-hmm.
sessions, Rev was spilling the beans about what had gone on in that place, saying,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, Shani body slam, this body slamming thing, where do you think that happened? In Colorado."
Well,
Phil, this video is a month ago. This one where he's sitting here. And G-Man said he had known about this 2 months prior to the kids being. So he's
mm-hmm.
lying here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
G-Man is a liar.
The liar.
No. But what I saw and what I witnessed was
Hey,
me
teddy
meeting
bear.
a YouTuber like Shani for Christ, and she made sure her children had clothes on their back to the best of her ability with the little money that they had. She made sure that they had food to eat, and that is very important to mention.
Phil, did you hear the other video? Who was clothing and feeding those kids?
Him. Him.
So he's lying, right?
Yeah.
So which one is the truth here?
Yeah.
Where does the truth lie? Present day or a month ago? Where does the truth lie with this Christian apologist? I love Jesus. I love Jesus, really.
Because a lot of these girly atheists on here, these little sensitive little babies on here, keep saying that these kids wasn't eating, and that's not true. Because for you to say that, then you would have to say I wasn't feeding them. Then you got to explain your past videos when you guys are saying why is Gman helping them? Why is Gman helping them? Why is Gman helping them? You got to explain all of that. You know what I mean? Because you guys don't make no logical sense.
Hmm.
Phil, those kids were taken away because they were malnourished.
Yeah.
Now he wants atheists to come and explain. What, was he blind? Could he not see those kids? Could he not see?
You know.
He probably is blind.
When you're crying like babies here on YouTube. But from what I can see, we're talking about Shani here. Shani does not neglect her boys. Shani actually loves her boys. As a matter of fact, I dare say that she's rather protective of her boys. If
No,
one was sitting right here and one was sitting right here, they would tell you the same thing.
I beg to differ. Phil,
Was there any boy that called CPS?
it was no, they called the police after his brother had been brutalized by his stepfather. And they didn't even call immediately.
Mm.
After the events had happened, the mother could not pick up the phone and call the police
Wow.
after her boyfriend had just done beating her own child. It was the older one who had to pick the phone and call the police. Now, Phil, Rev was arrested. I'm not sure. I think he stayed 2 weeks in jail. Oh, the mother was like, "Oh, this is it now. Oh, I'm never going to go
Oh
back
yeah.
to someone
Oh
who
yeah.
abuses my kids." She was even secretly telling G-Man to move in with them. The kids need a daddy, right? Rev is not a good daddy. The kids need a good daddy, and G-Man would fit right in with them because the kids love G-Man anyway. Phil, you know those kids that are calling G-Man daddy.
Wow.
And so this person, what's his name? Rev. After he had been arrested, Shani talked all this talk. Yet they went and bailed him. I'm not sure if they bailed him or what the events were. But then she got back with the abuser of her own child. And this man is saying here that Shani
Yeah.
protects her children.
You know.
Phil,
Lies.
those kids apparently altogether they've been taken away by CPS 6 times.
Wow.
6 times.
Yeah.
6 times.
My goodness. Mm-mm.
You want to come and you child protective services, you want to come and take my child. I will starve myself. I would
Mm.
deny myself of any and everything before anyone will come and take any of my kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mother, what kind of mother is that?
Okay. That's as
Yeah.
far as I got to say as far as that goes. Some of you are going to disagree with me because there's a video that exists with Rev claiming that he's going to quote unquote do this, that, and the other in anger. I believe he said he was going to kill one of them because if they killed Gavin or the cat or whatever or something like that. And it made a lot of headlines. Oh my God, look at what he said to his child. Listen to me. If you guys want to hear that statement, go to Jersey City, particularly on Fulton Avenue, in Woodlawn and Armstrong and Van Nostrand. Go to all of those blocks and do yourself a favor. Just walk past every house. Every house in Jersey City says that to their kids when they're angry. If you guys would just step out of dream world for a moment and step into reality.
Phil, every
Mm-hmm.
house in New Jersey verbally abuses their kids. So
Right.
it's okay. Yes. It's
Wow.
okay. A little verbal abuse doesn't hurt. A little,
Boy.
just a little put down here and there. A little
Mm-mm.
until you damage those kids.
Mentally. Mm-hmm.
And even as those kids are taken away by CPS, you think the damage is not done? Kids have
Damage
been
is
taken
done.
away 6 times. These 2
Yeah.
adults were busy shooting porn in the next room. Busy oohing and eyeing and feel
Mm.
they were so loud about it and all. The kids were in the
Wow.
next room while
Wow.
they're busy filming porn.
Mm-mm.
And then the kids will come and knock. They want something to eat.
Eat. Yeah. Hungry.
Then mom and dad will say, filming in progress.
Oh gosh.
Telling your kids filming in progress while you're busy shooting, recording yourself doing porn. This man knew all
Well.
of this and yet defended these people.
Mm-hmm.
I know the people who are following Gman, but my goodness, you only need to go back and go and have a look at some of his videos. This man, this Gman,
You will all see what I'm talking about. Okay. Clearly, a lot of you people live in the suburbs and you have never experienced any real hardship a day in your life.
Because they haven't experienced hardship. So it's
I don't
okay.
identify with these people when
Because you haven't experienced hardship. So it's okay for Shani's boys to experience some hardship.
Yeah.
And God is watching those children suffer hardship in the hands of these people.
But their children suffering hardship in the suburbs too from abusive parents. I don't know where he got that from.
It's
My
G man.
goodness.
This is the G logic.
Yeah.
This is the G logic right here.
YouTube, that you people, if you left me in the woods and I had to survive and you was left in the woods, I'm surviving. You're not, because you don't know how to do it. Okay. So as far as Shanny goes,
okay, if you survive, great. I don't survive, good. But kids don't need to be out in the woods. You see this guy's logic. This is the G logic here. We're talking about kids.
Yeah.
In America, what are kids doing in the woods? If I find myself in the woods, it's probably I've taken myself there. Why should I make my way to the woods? Why should children be found in the woods, for goodness sake? There's something, this man is not all right. This man is clearly not all right. You will survive. He always makes it all about himself. Shani did not neglect the boys, and here he sits here telling you, if they were to put you and me, because you come from the suburbs, if they were to put me and you, I will survive. What's that got to do with the abuse of those children?
Shanny did what she could with what she had. As a matter of fact, I will go on record, and I'm sure Rev will back me up on this, where Shanny had some choice words for Rev whenever Rev said certain things about her boys. On most occasions. Sometimes Shanny will be a little patient and will be understanding regarding his temper. These two are
No, seriously, I didn't know that. Her kids would be in the chat commenting, saying what exactly? I know that recently they got one of the boys to do a recording to say, I wasn't abused. But if you were not abused, why has CPS taken you away? Why are your why is your mom out here begging for food to eat? Their mom's been kicked out of the only space that they were, the hotel. The guy was on the news. Rev was on the news. Phil, did you see that video? Sorry, I said Rev. Phil. Phil? Phil, you there?
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize it was still
Did you
muted.
see the video? Rev being kicked, they've been kicked out of the hotel where they've been
No.
staying. I need to
Mm-mm.
find that video. Hang on a second. Let me find it. Oh, okay. Find it for you. I'll show you. Them two. We're kicked out of the hotel where they were staying. Okay, 1 second. Oh yeah, here we go. This is it here. Right? This is a man that once had $750,000 to his name. This happened about a week or 2 weeks ago. Stephen
That's
Gray
the one
manager.
the news.
Yes, the one that was on the news.
Oh yes, I did see that. Oh yes, I now remember. Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Place to sleep tonight as temperatures dip near freezing.
I heard a boom, boom, boom at the door, and I'm like, what is this?
Jason Egroff woke up to firefighters pounding on his and other residents' doors after an oil spill at Motel 81 in Scott Township. According to the residents, the spill happened because of missing copper pipe in the basement of the building. Once the spill was under control, Egroff and others were told to get out. He says the owner of the motel didn't offer them any assistance.
No notice, no sympathy, not we're going to do this for you. Like said,
no notice in a motel.
Well.
Phil?
Yeah.
Living in a motel, there's oil spillage. What do? I won't wait for you to come and give me notice. Get my bags and out of there. Go and find me a different place, a shelter, something, somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is looking for notice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at him. 750K. Look at him. Homeless. Now in the news. He's in the news now. What I don't know. Where is this people's God?
As I said, he's borrowing.
He's busy hovering.
Hovering, busy, wanting to know what's going on in people's sex life. When this sort of thing is happening. So don't care. Doesn't care. The anchor is cracking.
These people, these ones were look. When you look at these two people, you might want to feel a bit of empathy for them, right? But I don't. Because they deserve all of this. When they had money, they looked down on everyone. They looked down on black people. There are videos of this guy. What was it now? I can't really speak the way American people speak. He was saying something about Tyrone going to go and get lobster tail and all these things. You know, that when they give them the EBT money, instead of using the money to buy food for their house, they go and buy lobster tails.
Oh gosh.
Right? Decency. They were telling They were telling folks to go and get a job and not beg them for money.
Mm-mm.
But today, look at him out on the streets, nowhere to go. This guy, Phil, this guy
Mm-hmm.
said that he is a Nigerian, Rev. You know why?
Scam. Breakfast.
His forefathers were the ones that colonized Nigeria,
Oh yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And because he said that's where Nigeria is where you get the N word from. So because his forefathers were the ones that lived in Nigeria, colonized Nigeria, did what they did to Nigeria, he gets to be Nigerian and he gets to be able to use the N word.
Oh god.
That was the pass for him to be able to use the N word.
Man, we're oh
G-Man,
goodness.
as G-Man, Rev was claiming Nigerian citizenship
Oh goodness.
as the pass to be able to use the N word. It gave him now the right.
Esther Dean says God was watching Shani's only
Only
fan
fans.
at the time of the fire. Good one. Dean.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh, I
he
bet
was
God was having a
firing.
fun-filled time watching that. Ah. Oh no, sorry. What am I doing? I'm playing the wrong video. Okay.
He's got a bunch of homeless people here now. It's insane.
We reached out to the motel owner who said the building is condemned and that to his knowledge, no people were on or staying in the property. Residents who wish to remain anonymous say that isn't true.
Where's
The owner
Shani?
was
I
here.
thought Shani
My
will
husband
show
went up
her
to him and
face.
asked him, "What are you going to do for us? This is your
Yeah,
problem."
where's
And he
Shani?
says, "There's nothing we can do. It's not our problem. It's your problem. You got to find a place."
We did reach out to Scott Township Police to see if anything was being done for the residents still staying at the property, but they did not get respond to us. Jack Hulkin, Newswatch 16, live in the newsroom.
There you go. 750K. Just gone.
No investment, just wasted.
Investment. Investment. So right here, back to this man here. Oh, I love Jesus.
From a couple or whatever. But as far as what I can gather, as far as Shani and being a mother, and mind you, it doesn't matter what happens between me and Shani moving forward. It doesn't matter if we become enemies or friends or frenemies or whatever we become. The one thing I'm going to say that woman is extremely protective of her children, and she provided to the best of her ability. She had to make.
Phil, can you hear the lies, huh?
Yeah, I hear
This
all
guy
the
is saying,
lies, man.
whatever happens, even if we're friends, even if we're enemies, I can categorically say that
Vouch for
Shani,
her.
yes, you look at him, but he has done, and he's now done an about face.
Yeah.
He has completely 360'd the whole thing. Now he's, I tell you, this guy is he is a show in itself. This G-Man, he is everything. He is the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh,
and
yeah.
guys, I apologize. I know some of you are not keen on the G-Man stuff, but this, you must admit, this is content.
Content. Yeah.
This is content. My goodness. How do you sit
He's
there and
always
say,
giving and giving.
I tell you.
Man. Giving man.
Parental decisions regarding her kids about what they could and what they could not do. I do not come from a generation that believe that children should be able to do whatever they want to do. That is not the school that I come from. I'm sorry that a lot of you spoiled brats on here don't know what discipline is, but that's your problem, not mine. That's why a lot of you grew up being the trolls that you are today. Just saying.
Really?
Now, Rev.
You don't know the background of these people.
He wants those kids disciplined. So is it possible that everything those kids were going through, this guy thought in his small brain that was discipline? Phil, you know that G-Man has said He once tried to get a job in the primary school as a special, maybe teacher or something. And because he would not be allowed to discipline those kids, to beat those kids. He couldn't do the job. So
Ah.
in order to do the job, he wanted access to the kids. He wanted access to be able to discipline them, to beat them. Oh, and I seen a comment in chat. Uncle Beck, hey till X, hello. Uncle Beck says, please tell me she doesn't really have an OnlyFans. Well, she doesn't anymore. But boy, does she have an OnlyFans. And those videos are still about. If you're curious, if you really want to see, I will tell you where to go. But I got to put a disclaimer out. And the disclaimer is this. If you want a libido killer, if you want your libido just gone, right? I suggest go watch it. But if you have a healthy sex life and you don't want anything to kill your libido, I suggest just please don't bother. It's a joy killer. It would just kill any sense of pleasure, any sense of. If you're interested, I'm sure people in the chat will tell you where to go. It's still on Twitter. Some people linked the OnlyFans on Twitter. Oh my goodness. I smell betrayal. I smell betrayal. It smells like fungus feet. Oh, okay. Who's being betrayed here? Till X says God and porn.
Mix.
God is filming in progress.
Yeah.
Rev inherited Shanny's kids when they got together.
Inherited.
There were times when I thought Rev was saying some insensitive things about the boys or to the boys. Okay. Rev was saying some inappropriate things towards the boys. And I'm just saying that because, like I said, I'm not on here to make money. I'm not on here to the clout chase. I'm not on here to make friends. I'm not on here to do none of that. I'm here to speak the truth. You know what I mean? So Rev said some things. He had no.
He's not here to clout chase. He's not here to make money. Turns out all that is a lie because now he's clout chasing. 2, he's making money. What was the third thing? Everything he's just claimed here. All been taken back. He's now out to make money. Gman is now saying, "Oh, if you want to give money to my super chats and my my this and he's putting all his links out now because look, there's money to be made. Let's just ride the 15 minutes of whatever this is he's doing right now."
Yeah.
Been the same. And Rev did some things he had no business doing because he has a temper problem.
And he's okay
She
to look after those kids
that she shouldn't have said, and did some things she shouldn't have did. But for me, if you want me to come on YouTube and say that they're terrible parents, let me explain something to you guys. Clearly, none of you came from abusive homes. Clearly, let me tell you something. I grew up, and I think I said this on GTV before my channel went down.
Phil, clearly, none of you came from abusive homes.
Is he so he's excusing it?
But is he admitting that it was indeed an abusive home?
It seems so. It looks that way.
So what would Gman have? For people to come from an abusive home or to not come from an abusive home? What's better?
I
don't understand this guy's reasoning at all.
The reasoning is for.
On my birthday, I got beaten with a baseball bat. One of these days, I'm gonna get my 2 of my brothers to come on here. I'm talking about my blood brothers. I'm gonna get them to come on here. And we're just gonna talk about our childhood. You guys don't know what the heck you guys are talking about regarding child abuse. You people wouldn't know child abuse if it smacked you across the face. Y'all don't know nothing about the hood and child abuse. Nothing. All we see is a bunch of black people who think they're white people who think they're black.
Gman doesn't think that neglect is child abuse, right?
Whoa.
He was being told that they were being neglected. This was before he, out of his own mouth, revealed that there was indeed physical abuse going on. all along, people didn't have any evidence for physical abuse. They only had evidence for neglect.
Uh,
He was being told, but as far as he was concerned, he was saying, "Oh, but are you going to say that your mom was all perfect? You can't say
hmm.
you didn't have some dirty clothes. You didn't have, he gave excuses all the
He's,
way.
yeah, excuses. So full of excuses.
God, this man.
And a bunch of idiots on here who don't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? I am
Really?
convinced that the reaction community never cared about those kids. The only reason they bring up the kids is because they have a reputation of abusing CPS and calling CPS to go over places over things that
Really?
never ever happened. I was actually a
Huh?
witness when you guys claimed that they wasn't eating, and then the lady knocked on the door, and I couldn't believe it. The kids were eating, and then they say, "Oh, we heard that the kids wasn't eating." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I see how real this is. They're really harassing you guys, huh? They're really harassing you." See, if you had did that to me, CPS would have been at your house the very next day. For those of you who got kids out there, because I always give receipts, and you know I do. So the bottom line is, ladies and gents, at the end of the day, these reaction atheists are making slight points. They're making little points. They caught Rev saying this,
Little?
they caught Rev saying that, and they caught Shanny doing this. There were times when Shanny did wakey bakies, but I know at least when they do that kind of thing, the kids
Wakey
are in the other room.
bakies.
Where's the
Okay.
bakey?
Okay, guys, I'm not sure what the wakey, but I think it. I'll go find the video quickly. That woman, what's her name? Shani, would wake up with a big, long weed. Right? She bought this. Guys, I'm hopeless at these things. Wakey bakey means to wake up to weed. Guys,
Oh,
am I right? There's videos. I'll go find it.
yeah.
I'll let him carry on
Uncle
talking.
Beck says smoking pot first thing in the morning.
Right? Is that what it is? Okay. And the biggest one she could find. This lady bought I think she bought a joint worth $1,000, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I'll let this play and see if I can go find that video.
I don't think that has anything to do with parenting as much as that's got to do with being a role model and being an example. Those kids had a roof over their head, they had food to eat, they had water to drink, and they were provided with the bare essentials. Some of them kids got things that you guys wish you had. Okay, so
Really?
all of this nonsense when you're saying that Gman knows about neglect and all this other stuff, and Gman's being.
And this right here is why I struggle when people say, "Oh, they had a roof over their head,
Yeah.
they had food to eat." Some kids have a roof over their heads,
Yeah.
but they are better off being out on the street than having that roof. Did you not see in the news? There's this couple that had, I think, about 13, 14 kids. They had loads of kids. They used to chain them up. These kids were malnourished. These kids didn't speak to anyone outside their home, right? These kids were living in their own filth. One of the kids had to escape. And the horror in that home was exposed, right? Those kids are better off out on the street than in that home. It's not an excuse to say because they've got a roof over their heads. Thankfully, CPS, they have finally done something about those. And I hope that those kids thrive. I hope that they get the help that they need. Because for Gman, I think that Gman prolonged the children's suffering. I don't blame him for the abuse, but I think because Gman, CPS would call Gman. They would have interactions with this man. So I can imagine that this man will be saying to them, "It's the atheist. It's the atheist. Shani and Rev are doing really well. They're doing, he'd be lying to CPS." Sad.
Yeah. Sad.
Being quiet. The very fact that I can make these YouTube videos and you guys can make these illogical assumptions about me is absolutely ridiculous. Okay? It is absolutely ridiculous. None of that stuff is true. None of it. All right? So
lying.
I will continue to be entertained listening to you guys make stuff up out of thin air. I will continue to watch you guys slander and ruin your reputations on here and not mine.
Really?
No problem with that whatsoever. But you guys got to start owning on is that a lot of you simply don't know what you're talking about. And it's just that simple. I don't know. My phone wants to remind me that the same person called me 3 times in a row. Thank you, phone. I know this. I'm gonna get off here soon. So, no, Shani doesn't neglect her kids. Shani provides with what she has. And when Shani, and I'll say this about Shani, when she was spending hours and hours on hours giving you guys what you wanted on the internet, and you found out she monetized, you false flagged her under false pretenses because you guys never cared about those kids. Give me a second here, guys. I gotta put my phone on do not disturb. Give me a second here because, you know, these. Anyway, so I mean, the level is stupid. Some of these people that I know, man, like, leave me alone. Anyway, so
okay, just 1 second, guys. let me do something quickly. Let me show you what the wake and bake, wake and bake, whatever that is. Oh yeah, here we go. This is those kids were younger here. This was in 2019. Those kids were that I'm not sure how old. So if in 2022 one is 12 and it's 15,
will be 9.
so in here they would have been how old? 9 and 12, right? So Phil,
9 and 12.
the father is off. This stepfather, he's off his face. He's having he's been cold turkey, right? Away from alcohol, just stop at the behest of this whale here, right? She made him stop. So right now he's not completely there because he is going through withdrawal from alcohol, right? And the only adult who should be the capable one, the mother, look at her, right? These are the people. Then these ones, this is not, as far as Gman is concerned, all of this is good because this is not abuse. There's no adult looking after those kids, Phil. So don't think that those kids are in the next room. There's an adult looking after them. No.
It's good shake. The shake is reading at 27% THC, which is better than most weeds you can get. So
yeah,
it's good.
Phil, that thing she's holding in her hand is a joint.
wrap.
She's going to smoke that thing.
Wow.
She's dressed complete. I'm sure she must be celebrating. What do you call that thing? What's that day? What's that day called?
Earth Day or
420 day. When they celebrate weed.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a 1 day set for, I don't know, I think it's 420. I don't know.
420.
Fucking shake. So let's get this fucking started. I'm gonna put you back in your box, guy. And I'm gonna put this back in here so the big guys are protected.
How many has she got? Look.
Wow.
You wonder where all the 750K went?
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
All right. So let's start this challenge. Can you close the door?
Close the door to keep the kids out.
Oh.
Oh my God, this song. Okay. I have a special story to this song. It wasn't me. It's actually a funny story. It was when I was going into MEPS, and I don't know why, but when I went into MEPS, I was surrounded by a bunch of these boys.
Logan Fisher, congratulations to you. 10 months. Congratulations. Been sober for about 10 months now. Well done to you. When you say sober, what's that? What's the substance you speak of? Alcohol, or is it this one? which one. But either way, congratulations.
Yeah.
Amazing. 10 months. That's, you really should pat yourself on the back and, just keep on at it. Keep on. Mm. Right. I think we've seen enough of this. Go back to
And
our friend. Shani did not neglect. Phil,
yeah,
after seeing that video from 2019, do you think she neglected those kids while doing those shenanigans, what she was doing there?
of course she's neglecting her shenanigans, and then
I don't know. I can't
now that
really.
money wasted. Poor children hungry.
Phil, if you see where the kids were living, if you see the kids living conditions, it'll break your heart.
Mm,
I don't know. I can't cover Shani. I really can't, because as a mother,
mother.
I've got a 13-year-old autistic child. I can't do it. I
Yeah.
just can't. That woman, mm-mm. I just don't bring her anywhere near me. I
Mm-hmm.
just know I cannot cover, sit here and do a stream on Shani. I can't do it. Can't do it. Makes no sense.
Provided based on what they had. And when Shanny did work on the internet and was making out and was actually making money, it was my first time ever actually seeing with my own 2 eyes. I don't monetize my channels. I've never seen what a person actually makes.
Now
on,
his channel's
No,
monetized.
yeah.
And I was watching and I was like, how were you able to do this? Like, I know nothing about this stuff. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, wow, you made that much? Wow, you got groceries for at least 3 or 4 months. Then you guys found out about it and you prevented them from being able to feed their children. See, this is the reality of the matter, ladies and gentlemen. When you attack the parents, you inadvertently attack the children. Let me say this again. When you attack the parents, you inadvertently.
Their YouTube money was for feeding the kids.
Really?
Phil,
It was for
YouTube money.
Shani, to feed Shani.
YouTube money you get from views, super chats. Some days you get nothing at all. Some days, how much? I know there are people who make a lot of money doing YouTube. Well, I'm not one of them, but how can you want to feed your kids? At least there are 2 adults in the home. If one's doing YouTube, the other one should be out there working to make sure there's regular income coming in the home, right, Phil?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they were
You
depending on
should.
YouTube money.
Attack the children, and you are committing abuse against the children. When you prevent the parents from being able to make money, you are in fact the ones are responsible to making sure that the children don't have any food to eat or any clothes on their back. You can't say that about me, because while I was helping them, giving them a roof over their head, while I was feeding them and buying them groceries, I even went so far to buy Shady and Red clothes when that clothes.
It's
how would the children taking
it's
children
our
prevent
fault.
the parents?
No, Phil, it's our fault. We prevented the parents from feeding their children.
Really?
Yeah, that was our fault. Yeah.
I think they will
Well,
get
not
more
me, but
feeding, more feeding from CPS than
and
what
those
they getting at
kids,
home.
those kids don't look like they'll be so hard to feed. I'm sure just the basic, get some cheese, get some pasta, get some tomato sauce, a bit of onions, a bit of vegetables, $10. I'm sure you can rustle up something to feed those boys for dinner. The amount of money you spend buying cigarettes and buying Delta 8, imagine what you could do with that money towards feeding the kids. It's a shame. It's a shame.
Got a super
Was worn
chat.
out. I bought the kids clothes. That's what they needed.
You have a super chat.
Oh,
Thanks,
thank
Paul
you.
Tatler.
What was that? Like, my lady
Yeah.
of perpetual fleecing. Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, that's about $200 worth of green.
Whoa.
So they got all that weed for free? No. They
Nope.
bought it. So, Uncle Beck, Rev was once worth $750,000. All that money is gone.
Mm-mm.
All that money is gone. Not only is it gone, he's now in debt. So, yes, some of Rev's wealth went towards the weed. Mm.
I got some of the kids some things for their birthday. And you want to know why I did this? Because
Mm-mm.
I believe in loving my neighbor. I'm not a atheist. I'm not some random
Atheist.
YouTube troll telling them to starve. And we're not going to forget what you guys did.
You're
You guys like
not
to try to
telling
spin the
them to
narrative and trying to implement
starve.
me in all of this. Well,
You're
you know
trying to
what? I
protect
got
the
a special
children.
little video that I'm going to upload tomorrow for you guys, just reminding you guys just how many times you told all of them to starve.
Mm.
That is how stupid a lot of you are at the end of the day.
You told them
You
to
know that they're
starve.
struggling. I even told Rev, I mean, not Rev.
See how idiotic Gman is.
Yeah.
So people on the internet, Shani and Rev have given people on the internet so much power over their home, over their kids, over their lives, that people on the internet can tell them starve, and they starve. When I turn my camera off, that's it. That's it. How can someone in the comment section say to me, Esther, starve? And then how does it work?
Hmm.
No,
I
Phil.
don't
How
know.
does this
I
kind of
don't know.
thing work? This guy's logic, this
The
G-man's
logic is
logic,
totally
off.
kabunked.
It's off.
Yeah.
You told them to starve. Now the atheist, the atheist, atheist, he calls it.
Hmm.
They're the ones who were abusive to the kids. This guy.
I told Drag, I was like, Drag, why don't you help them with rent and security and throw some conditions in there or whatever? Like, you got to make X amount of videos. You got to prove that you got gainful employment or something like that. Something like that. At least you tried, and you tried to actually do something for them. That's not what you guys are doing. What you guys are doing is holding them back and preventing them from being able to do something for themselves. And that's just the truth. So you can try to turn it around all the ways that you guys want. You can try to turn it around all you want. At the end of the day, I'm hurting you guys because everybody sees what kind of a hypocrites you people are at the end of the day. You can't sit there 1 minute saying that you care about your kids and then preventing your parents from making money. Imagine if I was a child and I was depending on my parents. Let's look at the animal kingdom. You got a cat going out there and she got kittens, and the cat's going out there trying to get food. But every time that cat tries to get food to be able to produce milk to feed the cats, a human is always stopping them from getting food. So now the cat's getting skinnier and skinnier and skinnier, and they can't provide for their kittens. That is what you guys are doing. You're providing Shanny. You're preventing Shanny from providing for our children and then wanting to throw that on her as if I'm stupid. Let me tell you something. I don't know what kind of YouTubers you guys are used to dealing with. I don't know what kind of human beings you guys are used to dealing with, but you are.
So by him admitting that the atheists have so much power to prevent Shani from feeding her kids, does he realize that inadvertently he is admitting that Shani can't feed her kids? Does he realize what he's doing? That he is indeed confirming that it's impossible for Shani to feed those kids. This was a month ago. So, Phil, how do you see kids that are underfed? The parents are not able to feed them, and you come out and lie and say, yes, they're able to feed them, they're doing their best. How do you do that?
Because you're preventing children from being fed. My gosh.
So
It's just so
heartbreaking,
dishonest and dishonest.
And heartbreaking.
You are now dealing with me.
Dealing with him.
Dealing with me.
Idiots.
And I'm no fool.
Look at
that.
I
know the ones that say that there is no God.
Fool.
They are corrupt.
He is the biggest fool.
He's the biggest fool.
You know why?
Wow.
Why he's the biggest fool? Because him, the same one who says you're dealing with him when it comes to those kids, is the same one who is now exposing Shani and Rev. He's now the same one who is telling everyone that yes, indeed, you all were right. Big fool.
Yeah.
Gman is a big fool, the biggest fool I've seen on the internet. And I make no apologies.
Yeah.
No apologies. I mean every single word of it. Talks about morality. Talks about God and Christ, and he's got a ministry that makes you ignore child abuse.
Murder.
They have no good works. They have done abominable works. You know what I mean? So the bottom line is I want people to understand something here. Notice how the reaction atheist community will not take personal responsibility for starving those kids, making sure those kids didn't have clothes, making sure those kids didn't have anything.
The reaction atheist community should take responsibility for the abuse of those kids. No, let me take that. I need to hear that quickly. What did he just say? Notice that they didn't do what?
Notice how the reaction atheist community will not take personal responsibility for starving those kids, making sure those kids didn't have clothes, making sure those kids didn't have anything. Notice how Burnt Toast, who was responsible for it, Dragnut's responsible for it, the Geek Room is responsible for it, Parker's responsible for it, the BGTV is responsible for it, all of these archives channels are responsible for it, Irate Alex is responsible for it, That Fit and Geeky is responsible for it. Every last one of you people that went out there and prevented this woman from being able to provide her for her family, you are responsible for the stuff that they're going through right now. Now, mind you, don't get me wrong. I'm no idiot. I understand that they spent themselves into being broke. That's just true. They spent themselves into being broke, and now they are dependent upon.
Why is he contradicting?
Well, he contradicting himself.
So it's their responsibility, the atheists. They're the ones who should take responsibility for these kids starving. But here we are admitting that the parents spent all their money and they're broke. So how are the atheists?
Oh, is it the atheist's fault? Oh boy.
This G logic isn't logicking at all.
No. He has foot and mouth disease. Foot and mouth disease.
On other people, and God is teaching them a lesson. Listen to me, Tatted John. I'm not going to argue with that. If they don't get a job and they don't provide for themselves, but listen to me. When she was on YouTube trying to make money, you guys tried to stop them. You guys stopped them. No, people don't think I'm a joke. People think I'm actually telling the truth, and I'm actually hurting.
He needs a good slap,
so
doesn't he, Ian Davenport?
Like I said, there's people with
this one. He needs a good slap, not just a slap. He needs to get the biggest strap on that's out in the market. Make sure to get the one with the nice, lovely, what do you call it? The nice leather. Smack him in the face with it, since he likes that kind of stuff. That's what he dreams of.
Oh yeah.
He dreams about those things. So, right, get the biggest strap on there is and just whack him in the face. Oh no, I think I'll get one that smells like raw meat. The biggest,
I was going to say one that smells like shiny, but
the biggest dildo I can find. Whack him in the face, and it's got to be black and all.
Oh my gosh.
in your own ranks that's just giving me compliments about how I'm dealing with you. Don't you wish you knew who they were? No, you never will. But anyway, not unless I get ready to tell you who they are. And when I do, we're going to do a hangout laughing at you guys. So, well, if YouTube ain't a job, then Tatted, then you need to go get a job, Junior. But this is how you pay your bills. YouTube. But anyway, you and that domestic violence Frank that you co-host with on the Geek Room, right? But anyway, Oh, I'm sorry. He's a stalker too, from what I understand. Did a little bit more digging. He's also a stalker. I got these court documents over here that I want to show everybody regarding him, but I'm going to go in the Geek Room first and show everybody that first. Oh, I'm going to enjoy stomping a muddle in that boy when it's time to go at it, because I don't like racists. But anyway, y'all know that. So, again, I don't believe that Shanny is a bad parent. I think Shanny is just doing what she can with what she has.
This did not age very well for Gman.
Appropriate with the boys, so and said things with them or whatever. So, whenever you guys want to have a serious conversation about this, no trolling, no name calling or anything like that. I am accepting invites to people's YouTube channels. Now, if you are a known troll with a reputation for being a troll, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to decline. Meaning the Geek Room has a reputation for wasting people's time. Dragnut is a person that wastes people's time. Miss Parker loves to waste people's time. I'm not going on BGTV's channel because he's not even a man. He's an it.
It's
You know what I mean? So remember, this according to Drag, there's 64 different genders. So it is one of them. So
he said, what did he just say? Oh, G-Man. G-Man, G-Man, G-Man. He said he's not going on Drag's channel because he is an it. The first video I showed here, whose channel was he on? This man.
BGTV's channel because he's not even a man. He's an it.
Wait,
you know what I mean? So remember this according to
take that back just slightly.
For wasting people's time. Dragnut is a person that wastes people's time. Miss Parker loves to waste people's time. I'm not going on BGTV's channel because he's not even a man. He's an it. You know what I mean?
It's BGTV.
Remember this, according to Drag, there's 64 different genders. So it is one of them. So y'all gonna love how I'm gonna use it from now on in the future. But the bottom line is that don't get mad at me, BGTV. We can see the girly features that you got, dude. Don't even got a beard. I'm just saying. But anyway, then you got the 2 earrings right here. Now that I think about it, dude, what are you? Are you an abominable snowman or something? Like, what exactly are you, dude? I don't think no man should have an earring here and an earring there. But then again, what? Like an earring here.
What?
He talks like a woman, act like a woman. Oh, and by the way, I got a challenge for Monty.
That's not true.
Monty,
no, he doesn't.
Hannibal Monty, whatever. I'm gonna call you braiding hair Monty. Listen, Monty, you said that
G-Man's voice sounds more feminine than BGTV's voice, even with the earrings. Have you heard that man's voice? His voice is really very deep.
Deep.
Unlike our friend here, who speaks with a very high pitch. I'll stomp a mud hole in you, sir. More like people have been stomping mud holes in you.
You know? That those were your daughters on that thumbnail there. This is what I want you to do, you liar. I want you to make a YouTube video with you and your daughters on, since you're already on YouTube and everybody saw their face, you shouldn't have no problem coming on here and having them say that they're your daughters. Provide me with a first and last name so I can research to see whether or not these are your daughters. And then also, sir, and I'm doing this on purpose because you know I'm planning on talking about that video soon. Because you're lying through your teeth, Junior. You said that's your daughter, right? Okay. I would like an invite to the Hannibal and Monty show, and I would like to talk about this. Okay. I am prepared to screen share and show everybody what I'm talking about and how you don't know what you're talking about, dude. Like, I'm just saying, I know you're standing right next to YouTubers, and I know one of them is Burnt Toast. Burnt Toast, you keep saying you're a black woman. I would like to have proof that you're a black woman. I would like everybody on YouTube to have proof. Why don't you stand by your work and show your ugly face on here and show me how average looking you are? You're not going to do that, are you? Anyway, Shandy's a good, Shandy does the best with what she has. If anybody has any counter arguments against what I'm saying, and you are a mature adult and you ain't a baby and you're over the age of 10, I will gladly have a conversation with you. Peace!
Ready? Oh gosh.
Oh, there you have it. G-Man. Okay. So that's G-Man simping really hard for his racist child abusing.
Yeah.
Well, the way his friends once upon a time. They're no longer his friends, ex-friends, whatever, ex-tenants, all that stuff. Okay, so guys, I've got something nice for you all. Right. This is a video, 2 videos I'm going to play, and I'm going to borrow from Perilla Time's channel. I love Perilla Time. I do. But he's got a video of myself and dog. It's so funny. Oh my goodness, Perilla Time, you just he's not in chat, but I'm sure he'll hear this when this is over. Okay, just 1 second. Oh God. And watch. You know, here we go. So Afro-humanists do not Google BBC, right? You know I will. You know I will too.
Yeah, BBC.
It's a bit. So the BBC somehow was brought in the chat. And I was thinking, BBC, that's a British broadcasting company, right? And then Parilla Times says, do not Google the BBC. Do not Google the BBC. What's the BBC done? I thought, okay, go, until I didn't realize there were acronyms for something. Okay. British Broadcasting thing.
Corporation.
Yeah, British Broadcasting. Yeah, BBC. That's the BBC. The
Well,
British
BBC is about to
Broadcasting
disappear.
Corporation. Is it?
Well, the TV licensing is about to disappear. let's
TV
say. Well, I
licensing.
mean, I hate paying £100 a year just so I can broadcast their shows. I mean, that license.
Unless that BBC stands for something else, because I mean, just 1 second. So BBC meaning, unless it means something else, slang. Okay, BBC meaning in slang. What's that? What does when texting? Okay, it's time to go. Okay, I think I've heard it called that. It's time to go. Adult only. Oh, it's a big black.
Big black cock.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's time to go.
BBC, I thought that was a BBW.
No, that's big black woman.
No, not that one. This is
Big beautiful woman.
God.
Well, yeah, well, abbreviate, well, yeah.
A big black chicken.
Oh goodness.
He clipped that,
so
didn't
funny.
he? Oh my! One last video, and that's it.
That's so
We're
funny.
done. I knew what it was, Miss Masani. I knew what it was, but
You
just
are
sometimes when
playing.
you're sitting here and things just go over your head and it just doesn't click, right?
Mhm.
But when I googled it and check, it just jumped at me. I'm like, oh my, okay. And this is something I personally like myself. This is right.
Mhm.
This is what I like to look at. Oh
Oh
my
God.
goodness. Never mind, guys. So let's see here. Where's the video I'm looking for? Just 1 second, guys. I'll find the video. Where is it? Okay, I think it's this one. Okay, I think it's this one. Right, let me share. Okay, guys, I'll put the link to Parilla Times
Okay, none of you
channel.
are going to believe me unless you see it for yourself, okay?
Let me-
I made a couple of individual videos, and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show you this now. Look what I saw when I was riding my bike over here. A baby skunk. And I think he thinks I'm his mommy because he's not running from me. He let me pick him up a few times, and I'm going to pick...
Gman is on his walk, and there's a skunk. Well, I think they're skunks. I'm not sure how many.
skunk.
He wants to pick them up. Guys, I'm going to put in here the link to Parilla Times channel. Please go subscribe to him. I absolutely love Parilla Time. Unfortunately, he doesn't put out many videos, but he's got some really nice little short clips. Fantastic. Louis, what's Louis saying? The Afro-humanist like to look at BBC. Yes. Yeah. Of course I like to look. I'm a confirmed voyeur. I won't just look at the BBC. I'll look at the BBW. I'll look at the BB, any Bs, anything. I would look. Bring it on. I will have a look. Right, Phil?
Yeah.
I've got eyes for a reason.
Of course.
And I intend to use my eyes to
Eyes, yeah.
behold the
Behold the
beautiful,
beauty.
the beautiful,
Beautiful.
the beauty.
B for beautiful. Mhm.
And I'm not I don't put myself in one box and say it's got to be. No, you got to just check out what's out there.
Admire.
There's a lot out there to look at. It's beautiful. It's a
Admire.
beautiful world.
Big, beautiful world.
Listen, Phil, as long as it's big.
Yeah.
If it's big and anything else on the side of it, it's we're good.
That.
Pick them up a couple of times for you guys so you can see. Hold on.
Gosh.
You guys say a lot of stuff about Gman, right? I'm not afraid of a lot of things. The mama's around here somewhere, but I gotta show you something else. This ain't the only one. There's another one right there. There's a baby skunk right here. There's two of them. There's one right here in my hand. There's one right here. Two baby skunks, and it's so adorable. Look at this. Look at them. Not really knowing who each other is. I'm just enjoying myself out here, bro, looking at this. So, oh, I know. If the mother's around here somewhere, I don't want to get sprayed. So I'm gonna end this video, and I'll make some videos for you guys to take a look at me dealing with them, right? But right now they're looking at each other and fighting. Look at this. Look. He's so adorable. Look at this. Then where's your mommy? Because I don't want to get sprayed. You hear the noise they're making? Listen.
They should spray him.
I've never been around the skunk.
I'm seriously thinking about keeping one of these for a pet. I got my bag over there.
Oh,
I'm seriously
gosh.
thinking about keeping one as a pet.
Gman wants to pick up one of those and put the skunk in his bag. He's seriously thinking about picking one up and taking it home.
Oh my gosh.
He's so adorable. I can't stand behind back in you like that. I don't trust you guys. I don't want to get sprayed.
Those are adorable, but stop.
Actually, they don't stink. They smell pretty good.
Wildlife. Dick shit.
My son wanted a skunk one time. He said, "Mom, can we have a skunk?" I'm like,
In
"Where?"
Springfield over here, and I was riding through here, and I saw them over there. And you know, their parents ain't far from here, but I don't know bird eating them either. So I'm gonna try to put one of them back in the high grass, and I might keep one. I don't know yet. So, what do you guys think? You guys should keep a skunk as a pet and just get it neutered. I think that'd be pretty cool.
It's a good need a
I'll keep you
skunk.
guys informed. I'm gonna end this. I'll let you guys see it one more time. Hold on. Say hi to my audience. Say hi, Redline. I'm gonna call you Redline. I'm gonna call the other one Hannah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call this one Redline. I'm gonna call that one Redline. I'm gonna call that one Hannah. Right? That's what I'm gonna do. Hey, Redline, get over here, Redline. Redline, Hannah. Stop running from me, Hannah. Come here, Redline.
Oh shit.
Or how about Steve McRae? I should call you Steve McRae.
What?
You look just like Steve McRae.
Really?
Okay, where's Steve McRae, manager?
You know?
Steve McRae, manager. This is where we need you now. Your client. Your client is being the skunk is being named after your client. It's time to come and do some management here. Steve McRae. He's gonna name one of them Steve. Can you imagine? He's been picking the thing up. I bet he won't wash his hands after.
Don't he look like Steve McRae? He looks just like Steve McRae, right?
It looks like Steve McRae, Phil.
Really? Murder.
He looks just like him, right? Let me put him down in the grass. He looks just like Steve McRae. And look at JD Kane right here. Come here.
This is JD Kane.
I don't want to get bit.
Bit?
They're so adorable. Look at them. Evolution of my foot.
Evolution
Oh,
of
what about
foot,
Tahar
really?
and General Yohana? Hey, General, you want to have a debate? General Yohana, you want to have a debate? Why are you constantly running from me? I don't bite. I don't bite.
No, but you're an idiot.
He's talking to skunks about debating. I guess this is a G logic.
Yeah.
Debate.
Dude, I just want to discuss with you.
And you see his bike in the corner there? Can you see his bike?
Oh yeah.
That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. Why are you constantly running from me, dude? I'll pay you. Okay, $100 a day, $100 per hour.
You ready?
See, he keeps running from me. So I'll talk to you guys later.
Really?
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Let's see if we have time for one last video, because Parilla Time has some awesome videos on his channel. There's one I'm looking for, and I can't seem to find it on his channel. It's the one where Gman was cooking, I think he was doing barbecue and burnt himself. Gosh, I don't think I see it anymore. What does the G stand for? No, I don't see it. Just 1 second. Christians react. Can't find it. There's a different one. Let's see. No. Okay, there's a different. Let's try this one and see what does the G stand for.
Don't tell other people to keep the law. You got a girl bite.
Well.
You got a girl bite. Don't tell other people to keep the law. You got a girl bite. You are going to laugh at Tuesday. Your leader got destroyed. You go in.
So this is Gman out, because Gman reckons God has given him this ministry. This thing, what he's doing, this is his God-given ministry to go proselytize to the Black Hebrew Israelites out in the streets. So this is his God mission. And when he goes, he records, right? Now, they're making a mockery of G-Man that he's got a girl bike. And there's going to tell them, you're going to hear them, they're going to start chanting in a minute about what the G in G-Man's name stands for.
Oh, God.
You got a girl bite. Don't tell other people to keep the law. You got a girl bite. They all going to laugh at Tuesday. Your leader got destroyed. If you go on YouTube later, you got a girl bite. Really bite. Watch what I entitle my video. Watch what I entitle my video. David. Jesus. Jesus stands for gay. 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 Jesus stands for gay.
I'm sorry. What? Why everybody call it? Yo, you know. Okay, my brother used to say, if it looks like a duck, if it quack like a duck, then it's a motherfucking duck. Quack, quack, quack. Why? Every time I talk to anybody about G-Man, the first thing they say is gay. I'm like, why you call this man gay? Let me just watch him for a little while. He's gay.
No.
G stands for gay. 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 G stands for gay.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. Look. Oh my God. Oh no. He's about to cry.
No.
G stands for gay. Okay, I think we're going to end with this particular video. Right, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Yes, thank you all very much. And don't forget the G stands for
gay.
G stands for gay.
Yeah.
Never forget that.
Oh, yeah.
You want to know, is this woman a whore? And if she's a whore, G-Man, where is your proof? Because if you ain't got no proof, G-Man, you're slandering and you're just as bad as everybody right now. toast. She is a whore. The former prostitute.
sorry.
Burnt toast. She is.
Sorry, guys. I didn't know the video was 1.25. Hey, Lady Avon. I see Lady Avon in chat. Hey, Lady Avon. Good to see you here. All right, let's see. Right, here we go.
You want to know, is this woman a whore? And if she's a whore, G-Man, where is your proof? Because if you ain't got no proof, G-Man, you're slandering and you're just as bad as everybody else. Burnt toast. She is a whore. The former prostitute. Burnt toast. She is a whore. The former prostitute. Burnt toast. She is a whore. The former prostitute.
Smells like rotten fish too.
And I'm going to prove it. Burnt toast. She is a whore. The former prostitute. Burnt toast. She is a whore. The former prostitute. Burnt toast. She is a whore. The former prostitute. So I've been watching her, and I think it's about time this is said. The woman's lying. The woman's not a Christian. There's some rumors going around that she's a former prostitute, and maybe she played around with the idea of Christianity.
Hey, Bertos, I know me and you got off on the wrong foot and whatnot, but I gotta give you some of that strudel. Bertos. Call me Bertos. Call me.
Little girls like Burnt Toast who needs to grow up and enter puberty. You know what I mean? What about people like Burnt Toast, the little girl who needs to grow up? Right, Burnt Toast? Let me walk you across the street, Burnt Toast. Okay?
Toast knows she wants some of that people strudel. She knows it. I'll bake you some later when you give me a call.
If Burnt Toast gets exposed into the ground. Burnt Toast. She is a whore. She's a former prostitute. Burnt Toast. She is a whore. She's a former prostitute. Burnt Toast. She is a whore. She's a former prostitute.
Smells like rotten fish too.
And I'm going to prove it. Burnt Toast. She is a whore. She's a former prostitute. Burnt Toast. She is a whore. She's a former prostitute. Burnt Toast. She is a whore. She's a former prostitute. And I'm going to prove it.
So anyway, Bertos, I think me and you got off on the wrong foot. I'm going to give you a second chance to prove yourself. All right?
She's a huge whore. Burnt Toast. She is a whore. Burnt Toast. She is a whore. Burnt Toast. She is a whore. And I'm going to prove it. Remember, there's a big difference between a righteous judgment and Satan slandering the saints. I would never date Burnt Toast. I would never want to conversate with Burnt Toast. I think Burnt Toast is a jerk. I know for a fact that I'm really buying into the idea that Burnt Toast is only about maybe 15 or 16 years old. Burnt Toast. Burnt Toast. How is a Christian supposed to behave? I'm just curious. How is a Christian supposed to behave?